It's time for another writing vlog. Okay, we've proven that I can't sing. Alright, so we are week 2 into the Save the Cat experiment, which is hosted by Bethany Aldazada and Brittany Wang. Their channels are linked down below, as well as this past week's live stream if you would like to go watch their live stream. So Brittany and Bethany have been like co-writing with everyone as they outline their novel, so they've been just going out for ideas. While they've been doing that, I've been outlining my 4th novel following the Save the Cat method. Last week it was creating the hero, and this week, what are we doing this week? I have to check. This week it is the opening image, theme stated, and setting it up. So that is all stuff within Save the Cat. So I'm gonna hopefully do that as they're live, and then afterwards I'll check in with you guys. Alright, so the live stream with Bethany and Brittany just ended, and I did it a little bit longer for outlining. I'll admit I struggled. So this week we did the first 3 beats, which was the opening image, the theme stated, and the setup. And right now there's a cat on my lap. This is Moon. He's in a harness right now because I'm trying to harness train him because I don't have a dog and I have a cat, so I'm gonna treat my cat like he's a dog. He's like hardcore cuddling right now. Anywho, so this week we did opening image, theme stated, and setup. Last week it was just brainstorming the hero, and I could do the hero because that was just an idea. Now doing the beats, that's like doing the story. And there was nothing, like, I have a very specific idea for the opening image, so that wasn't too hard. And the theme stated, I kind of had to jump around to figure out what I wanted the theme of the book to be. But I was eventually able to figure it out, and I'm having trouble now with the setup, which is, of course, the first few initial scenes of the book. Like, it's not just one scene that I'm writing, it's a couple different ones, and I found I was having trouble, so I went directly to the back. Normally I don't go to the back to check the little checklist until after I've already done my brainstorming, but I was struggling so much with my brainstorming, I just went to the back and went through all the little checklists, and I had no issues with like the opening image. But for the setup, you have to ask yourself questions like, have you shown at least one thing that needs fixing in your hero's life? Have you introduced at least one A-story character? And did you clearly establish your hero's want or external goal somewhere in this beat? So I had to ask myself things like that. And by the time I got to setup, I'll admit my brain's a little bit fried. And so I don't think I'm gonna finish setting it up, but I did make a lot of notes tonight. So like I have a full page in here about opening image, and I have in big words, be visual, just because I like to be visual when I write normally, but I just felt like it was important that I write it down. And I wrote down a few different ideas for different scenes, and I just, one of the things in Save the Cat is that you want in the opening scene to not only show the mood of the story and different things like that, but you also want it to show off at least one character flaw. So if I do the scene that I really want to do, I might have to be a little bit more creative on how I show my character's flaw, but I think I can make it work. And then I have a whole page for themes stated. And first I had to be very clear what the theme was. Because at first I was like, oh, she needs to see the truth for what it is. And yes, that can be a theme, but I wanted it to be more than that. So I wanted to expand on it a little bit. So before I could figure out what the theme was, I needed to figure out some hardcore backstory. So I literally, this cat is chewing on the ribbon. I know you can't see it because he's in my lap and this is zoomed in too much. But he's been playing with my ribbon. But he's not going to show. Oh, see that? No, he's just looking at me. Save the cat. Come on. Come on. You know, you could be a little more interesting. Where was I going with this? But anyway, so I figured out a whole bunch of backstory of stuff that happens way before the opening scene. That way I can sprinkle it in later on. And then it also, by figuring out this backstory, I was able to figure out a B character for later on in the story. Or at least I think it's going to be a B character. I don't know. I don't know if it's an A character or a B character. I think it's a B character. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you're going to have to read this book because I really don't know how to explain it very well. But, so I figured out a whole bunch of backstory. So then I went back to the theme stated, and after I figured out the backstory, I then was able to figure out what the theme of the story would be, because really the goal / more of the story has a ton to do with the backstory. And then what's cool about the theme stated is that you want to make a character kind of state the theme to the main character early on, but the main character just dismisses it. And you need to make, just because like a little bit of foreshadowing, but you also need to make sure that your main character has good reason to dismiss it. Like, why does it make sense for them to dismiss it? So I had to play around with that a little bit. So then I got up to the setup beat, and this is a beat that's multiple scenes. So this is where things got a little bit harder, and this is where you're really showing off your main character's flaws. And in the book it says the best way to show flaws is to include scenes or chapters that take place at work, home, and play. So I actually wrote down in my notebook, like, work, how does she show her flaws at work? Home, how does he show her flaws at home? Play, how does she show her flaws at play? So that helps a little bit, but I still feel like I don't have a grasp on it quite yet, but I think I'll get there. Right now, nothing is concrete. Basically, what I'm doing is that I'm just jotting down ideas, and I have a feeling at the end of all this, I'm gonna kind of start fresh and make a very clear outline based off of all of my ideas, if that makes any sense. I'll be realistic and say I have the first 2.5 beats, but next week, hopefully I can finish figuring out the setup. And then what is it we have after the setup? So next week we're going to be working on the catalyst and the debate. So that's where things are gonna get real. I personally have been very busy this past week, which is why I haven't been able to do much with this in terms of outlining, and I'm hoping to redeem myself next week. But we'll see, because I'm always busy. So that is it for this week's writing vlog. I thank you for watching. Moon thanks you for watching. He's all arms up. If you want to stay up to date with everything I'm doing, be sure to subscribe to my author newsletter. Links are down below. And when you subscribe, you get free stuff, including an author platform webinar. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you're participating in the Save the Cat experience, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you just have fun watching me outline, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you just like seeing Mr. Moon, let me know in the comments down below, because he's cute. Alright, thank you all for watching. Bye!